What's up, guys? It's Casey Zilgman, aka the Fourth Sanderson Sister, coming at you with another Hocus Pocus theory video. Today's video is actually based on a question by one of my subscribers, Royce. He asked me in a live stream one Saturday night if Max lost any life force in the graveyard during the final battle. This is actually a really good question and something I myself have pondered from time to time. Did Max lose any life force in the graveyard? If so, how many years? Or, if he did they come back when Winifred died? Let's take a closer look at the use of both life potions in the movie before we dive in. So, let's talk about Emily's death first, because there are major differences between hers and Max's life potions. She is completely subdued by Sarah's hypnosis from the beginning. She sits in that chair, dead to rights. No power to fight back whatsoever. So when she takes the potion, her life force surrounds her like a glowing aura, and when the Sanderson sisters inhale that aura, you see the little threads of life leave Emily and enter their mouths. The important visual here is at the end of the inhalation, and I want to take a closer look at that because it's really important. The threads sever from Emily's aura, signifying the loss of that life force. She also looks physically older after being sucked dry, ensuring a successful drain. Now, let's talk about Max's life potion. There's a major difference between the two, and that is the fight that he puts up versus being completely subdued like Emily. Max is doing everything in his power to fight back against Winifred as she tries to suck out his life force. Every time she tries to inhale, nothing leaves Max's aura. Even when she has him on the ground and on the ropes, the thread never severs from Max's aura. I have gone over this footage 100 times, and nothing leaves. Now, I think the reason it doesn't leave him when he's on the ground with Winifred is pretty self-explanatory. It's the hallowed ground. Winifred's not allowed to set foot there. We know from Hocus Pocus 2, they aren't even really allowed to be in the vicinity of sacred places. So it does make sense that the hallowed ground would prevent the magic from working. As for their brawl in the air, Max fighting for his life was allowing his life force to cling to him. It was holding on to Max because Max was holding on to it by fighting back. Emily surrendered hers, so it was easy to steal. Max wasn't giving up easily. He was swinging punches. He was pushing Winifred's hands away. He almost knocked her off her broom the first time. He was fighting back. However, there is one point where I do see a thread leave his aura and enter Winifred. It starts to drain when she inhales right here. She gets one single small sip of his life force right here because he wasn't fighting back. Every other time they are in the air, he is shoving her, he's punching her, he's yanking her hands away. But here she has him in a vulnerable position, holding onto his hair while he's trying to pull away by holding onto the broom. It's the one time she's got him. So, Max lost one sip of his life force. Now, what does that mean in years exactly? Well, it's kind of hard to determine off of Max, so let's once again backtrack to Emily Binks. At the end of the drain, she is a withered, gray-haired old woman, so there have been noticeable physical changes in her. We have some math to do first before we can determine how much life Max lost. The 3 witches sucked the life out of Emily, who, I'm guessing, we never really found out her age, but I'm guessing she was the same age as Danny, 8.5 years old. It took each of them 3 drinks before the life force was drained. Emily lost 9 full gulps of life force that left her a withered husk. So, I'd say the full drinks are about 5 to 7 years of life. It's about 5 to 7 years. Let's just go with 7 to be on the higher end of things. I don't do math, so a calculator was going to be involved regardless. So, 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. That's 21 years. The 3 Sanderson sisters drink from Emily 3 times, which means we need to multiply 21 3 times, which gives us 63 years taken from Emily, the 8.5-year-old. So if we add those years to the ones she lost, that leaves her at 71.5 years old, dead. Back in those days, that's pretty freaking old, because life expectancy wasn't super high, so it makes sense that that's how long her life might have added up to. It's kind of like how in Death Note, Shinigami can see the maximum numbers of years a person has. If you're not familiar with Death Note, it's a really good series. I highly recommend you check it out. Death gods in that series called Shinigami can see with their eyes the lifespan of a human just by looking at them, so they know the exact number of years, days, minutes, etc. So I kind of took that approach when coming to this, so there would have been a set number of years that Emily would have lived, and they divided it 3 ways, 3 times. So, math! Courtesy of Death Note and Hocus Pocus. There you go. I just made math fun for you, kids. Kinda. This is a very morbid math, but Max doesn't really look different after his encounter with Winifred. That's because she only got a sip. It was a split second instead of a drawn-out drink. So coupling that with his lack of changed features, I don't think he lost more than roughly 1 year, 2 at the most, because there were no noticeable changes in him. Max was protected by fighting back and by the hallowed ground. However, he did lose 1 to 2 years of his life when Winifred caught him off guard for a second. I also don't think he got those years back when he was on the ground, because we never saw anything kind of go back to him. So we didn't see even a little flit go back to him, so she got those years. Those 1 to 2 years, but it was kind of forfeit anyway, so it didn't really matter. But, he lost 1 to 2, he did not get them back. There you go. Those are my thoughts on whether or not Max lost some of his life force in the graveyard. He did, but it really wasn't much. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you're new to my channel, please remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. It's free. It helps me. What helps me helps you guys get more great content like this. You are in for a treat this week. You're getting a lot of content. You're getting a buttload of content this week. A triple regular upload plus 2 shorts and 2 live streams. You're going to see a lot of me this week. The one coming out on Thursday is a very important one. It will be a Mary Sanderson video in honor of Kathy and Jimmy's birthday, which is on Thursday, and I'm looking forward to celebrating that with you guys. Then that same Thursday night, I'll be over on Twitch playing more 4th Plays Spirit of the North, which is quite possibly going to be the finale of that. Hopefully I'll be right on time. I'm off this week from my regular job. We'll see. It might be a little late, might be a little early. We'll see what happens. Friday, because we actually met the super chat goal on stream last Saturday, you will get the full story of Sarah Sanderson's Pokemon Sapphire journey. I know a lot of y'all don't watch those, but for the people who do, you will get that, plus the never before seen finale of that playthrough. So that'll come out on Friday. And then Saturday night, we're back here with more Mary Sanderson Plays Pokemon Ruby Randomized Nuzlocke here on the channel at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you guys were not there for Saturday night's episode, oh my god, did you miss a heck of an episode. The VOD is up. You can go back and watch the replay. You may have to fast forward through the recap if you don't want to listen to me storytell for 35 minutes. So just fast forward to about 40 minutes in and you'll get to see like the first 20 minutes of the episode is insanity. Our luck was insane. It was so great. I was flying high for the rest of the episode. It was amazing. So you'll get 2 shorts on those moments in this week as well. If you're a regular on this channel, please remember to drop a like, share your thoughts on this theory down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Casey Zogelman, aka the 4th Sanderson sister, and I'll see you witches and wizards later.
I put a spell on you.